All right, Mr. Williams, you can step up to the podium, please. Mr. Fikens, whoops. Were you able to reach your client?
I left a message, Judge. I was not able to speak to her face to face.
Okay, so okay, let me put. If you want, Mr. Fiken, you can give Mr. You can wait in the waiting room for or you can give my clerk your phone number and he can call you or text you when your client comes.
That would be great if that's okay with Your Honor. Yes, I'll.
Oh yes, absolutely. Mr. Fiken, if you could put your phone number in the, you can either call the courtroom or you could put your phone number in the chat to courtroom 339.
I'll put the number in the chat, Your Honor, if that's okay.
Okay. All right, yes. Okay, then I'm ready on Williams. This is case number 234547401, the people of the state of Michigan versus DeAndre Williams. The defendant is charged with one count of assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set for pretrial final pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Erica Tusar on behalf of the people, P56831.
Good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Forrest, P73168, appearing on behalf of DeAndre Williams, who is present in court.
And Mr. Williams, please state your full name for the court.
Good morning, Your Honor. DeAndre Williams.
Mr. Williams, today is the date set for final pretrial conference. I'm sorry, Mr. Forrest, how are we proceeding?
Judge, could we have a brief breakout room with myself, the court, and Ms. Tusar?
Oh, yes. Mr. Williams, you can have a seat at the table to your left.
Yes, Your Honor.
So make sure your camera talk. You're gonna be placed in a waiting room right now. They're paid for your case You don't need to call me, just be patient.
All right.
All right, Mr. Williams, you can stand back up. Okay, we've had an opportunity to have discussion off the record. Mr. Forrest, how do you wish to proceed?
Judge, I had an opportunity to discuss this matter with the court and the prosecutor. And it's my understanding that if Mr. Williams were to enter a no contest plea due to civil liability to the charge in the complaint, that the court would sentence him to a term of probation of 6 months under MCL 771.1 with a condition of an anger management class.
That's correct, Your Honor.
And Mr. Williams, is it your desire to enter into that plea today?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Williams, I'm going to share my screen, and on the screen will appear a constitutional rights form. I'm sure you're very familiar with it, but the court is going to still question you regarding it, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
As soon as I can pull it up, there it is. All right. All right. And sir, my question to you is, have you had an opportunity to review for yourself or to go over with your lawyer your constitutional rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
When you did that, did you understand your constitutional rights?
I did, Your Honor.
Sir, do you understand that this is a misdemeanor and therefore you have a right to a trial? However, drawing your attention to number 6, if I accept this plea from you today, you will be giving up your right to a trial and you will not have a trial of any kind. Do you understand?
I do, Your Honor.
Sir, has anyone threatened you in any way or promised you anything that was not placed on the record to get you to enter into this voluntary plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you currently on probation or parole? Drawing your attention to number 8.
No, I am not, Your Honor.
Finally, drawing your attention to number 11, which indicates the right to an appeal to the circuit court within 21 days from the date of your sentencing. Do you understand that by entering into this voluntary plea, you may be giving up your right to an automatic appeal? And if you were to change your mind about the plea, you would either have to request permission of the circuit court to appeal the conviction or request permission of this court to set aside the conviction. Do you understand?
I do, Your Honor.
With that understanding, do you still want to enter into this voluntary plea today?
I do, Your Honor.
All right. And Ms. Tussar, can you read the factual basis into the record for the no contest plea?
Yes, Your Honor. Paraphrasing from the investigator's report, on the date of April 29th, 2022 at 546 East Larned Street, City of Detroit, County of Wayne, at the Minnie's Rhythm Cafe, Officer Williams was part of a liquor raid crew doing a liquor inspection on Minnie's. During that time, the victim, Michael Kinnebrew, came into the building, he encountered Officer Moss, which was Officer Williams' partner first. Officer Moss asked him if he was security. He indicated yes. She asked him if he was carrying a weapon. He indicated no. And then Officer Moss went to touch his hand. At that point, Michael Kinnebrew pulled his hand back. Officer Williams lunged forward at Michael Kinnebrew. They both fell onto the ground. While they were on the ground, Officer Williams struck him multiple times above that head area, which is a violation of the Detroit Police Department policy.
For the purposes of the plea, Mr. Forrest, is there a stipulation to that factual basis?
So stipulated, Judge.
The court receives the stipulation, and with the stipulation receives or accepts a no contest plea to one count of assault or assault and battery. Notwithstanding the court's Cobb's evaluation, I am going to set the matter for sentencing. However, unless the people are requesting one, well, unless either side is requesting one, I'm not going to order a pre-sentence investigation. Are the people requesting one?
No, Your Honor.
Is defense requesting one?
No, Your Honor.
All right, the court is going to set the matter for sentencing, as Mr. Kinnebrew does have a right to come in should he choose to make a victim impact statement. In order to get you in for sentencing, basically before the end of April, I would have to do sentencing on the afternoon. Do you want to afternoon, or do you want to just my next available morning? Say that again, Mr. Forrest.
I can be available in the afternoon.
I'll make it work, Your Honor.
All right, so then I could do the afternoon of April the 2nd.
It's a good day.
Okay, so we can set sentencing for April 2nd at 1:30. I am supposed to be in jury trial, so I'll be just coming back. So if we just make sure we're right on time, because my jury will probably be waiting. Okay, so then I'll set sentencing for April 2nd. And then Mr. Flanagan, put it on the docket for 129, so I know that there's no PSI. And then I think we're all set. Anything further on behalf of the people?
Do you want that on by Zoom, Your Honor, or in person?
Either. Oh, I apologize. Thank you, Ms. Tucson. Mr. Williams, you have a right to be sentenced in person, but you may consent to being sentenced on Zoom. I will be in person that day, but what is your pleasure?
Your Honor, is up to the court.
No, it's actually up to you by law.
Oh. Zoom is fine, Your Honor.
Okay, then I'll set it for Zoom at 1:30 on April 2nd for sentencing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, have a great day. Stay safe.
You
You
too.
too.
Thank you. Okay. Good morning, Mr. Cantero. And good morning, Ms. Al-Badri. Ms. Al-Badri, I'm going to actually put you back in the waiting room. Your lawyer is not here yet.
Okay.
Mr. Cantero, I'm going to send you to a breakout room. Please wait for the lawyers to come in to speak with you. Sir, are you Mr. Pollard?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, why did the jail leave and come back? All right. Be with you shortly. Okay, Ms. Stevenson. Ms. Ritter? This is case number 235951001, the people versus Kevin Theron hyphen something that starts with an A and then Pollard. The defendant is charged with 2 counts of selling alcohol to a minor. Today is the date set for a final pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
The record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people, plea number 83.
Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Mr. Kevin Pollard. Good morning, Mr. Pollard. Sir, please say your full name.
Kevin Pollard.
What's your middle name, Mr. Pollard?
Kevin Theron Anthony Pollard.
Thank you. Today is the date set for a final pretrial conference. Ms. Stevenson, how are we proceeding?
So, Your Honor, we will continue the plea of not guilty. There apparently is a matter pending before Judge King, wherein that matter is scheduled for competency hearing in May, and I'll get the exact date for the court. I would ask that this hearing be adjourned to follow that competency hearing.
Mr. Pollard, can you get the deputy?
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
Good morning, deputy. I'm wonderful, thank you. How are you?
Good.
I'm trying to check and see if Mr. Pollard has a competency hearing scheduled for May in front of Judge King.
Okay, if you give me 1 second, I can look into it for you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, Judge. He has one scheduled for May 4th.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, then I'm going to adjourn Mr. Pollard. No, May 4th is a Saturday. Deputy.
May 6th.
Oh, okay, because May 4th is a Saturday. Okay, then let's adjourn Mr. Pollard to May 7th.
Okay, good.
At 8:30. No, what time is he scheduled for today? Let's put it at 8:29. Oh, no, he's at 9 o'clock. Okay, let's put it back at 9 o'clock for competency. And then, Mr. Flanagan, put a note for yourself to check with Judge King's courtroom to see if they received a report
Yes, Your Honor.
for his May 6th court date. All right, Mr. Pollard, I'm gonna adjourn you to see what Judge King does with the felony, okay? All right, have a great day. Stay safe.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Ah. All right, I'm ready on Bryant. This is case number 234498101, the people of the state of Michigan versus Deshae Unique Bryant. Defendant is charged with operating with a high BAC and operating while intoxicated with an occupant under the age of 16. Today is the date set for pretrial conference appearances, please.
The record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Daisha Bryant. Ms. Bryant, ma'am, please say your full name.
Daisha Unique Bryant.
Thank you. Today is the day set for a pretrial conference. Before we begin, Ms. Bryant, do you know me?
No.
Have you ever seen me in attendance to any of your family functions?
No.
Mr. Cantero, did you speak with the lawyer? So why did you come out of the breakout room? I asked you to stay in the breakout room and that a lawyer was going to come in to speak with you. Please return to the breakout room until a lawyer comes in to speak with you.
He may need a Spanish interpreter, Your Honor. Needed one at a ring.
Well, okay, but he understood enough to go to that breakout room. All right,
Mr.
Flanagan,
Cantarero.
can you get a Spanish interpreter for Mr. Cantanero? Did you
Yes,
see him
Your Honor.
shake his head in response to my whole statement? Oh, no. Okay. With respect to
I
Ms.
hear
Bryant,
you.
how are we proceeding?
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Bryant will continue her plea of not guilty. We're asking this matter be set final pretrial conference.
The court is going to continue a not guilty plea on behalf of Ms. Bryant and set the matter for final pretrial conference. How many do I have? April 23rd, Mr. Flanagan.
Five.
Final pretrial conference, April 23rd. At 9:00 a.m. Discovery should be submitted to the defense by March the 22nd. Bond will continue with the added condition of no drinking, with no drinking, no driving without a valid license, and the added condition of submitting to urinalysis twice a month. Make sure you respond to probation when they contact you to schedule you for urinalysis. Please make sure that you show up for your urine test on the day scheduled to go. Do not go the day after, the next day after. The results won't be accepted. Anything further?
Your Honor, actually, may the people address the bond condition?
You may.
Thank you, Your Honor. So, Your Honor, looking at the investigator's report, it was alleged that Ms. Bryant was behind the wheel of a vehicle with a child in the car. There was actually a caller who actually dispatched 911 to Ms. Bryant being unconscious behind the wheel, slumped over, and it took several attempts for the police to try to help her gain conscience for her to open the door near the freeway. So with that, Your Honor, I'm asking the court to actually increase the random urinalysis testing from twice a month to at least 4 times a month.
Well, what was her alleged blood alcohol?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, it was 0.18.
Hmm. Ms. Stevenson, any response?
So, Your Honor, you know, the test 36 report is accurate. If they
Ms.
detect,
Ms. Stevenson, hold on. You're breaking up a lot. You were breaking up a lot.
thank you, Your Honor.
Mhm.
So, you know, the testing equipment here at the 36th District Court Lab is quite reliable, I have found. And I believe that if Ms. Bryant is consuming alcohol, it's going to be detected within that testing period that the court initially ordered. We do understand the severity of the charges. They are still allegations at this point. And in order to keep Ms. Bryant safe and anybody else that she would be driving around with lawfully safe, I think that twice a month, the customary urinalysis ordered as a bond condition is sufficient. We have an incident date, Your Honor, of June 6, 2022.
Okay, I think I agree with defense because I only order testing. I was just processing, right? So I only order testing for high BAC, or I shouldn't say that, or OWI second offense. So I what triggers the testing is the high BAC or second offense notice. And then in order to be high BAC, I think high BAC is not triggered until the person's blood alcohol is 0.17. So she was only just one little snitch above what triggers the high BAC. So not saying that her blood alcohol wasn't high, because it was. That's why she's charged with high BAC. But in order to be high BAC, the blood alcohol has to be at least 0.17, which triggers the testing. And then she was allegedly only 1.18. So I'm just going to order the twice a month. Also, the age of the case, it's a little older, and as far as I know, she doesn't have any other conditions. But understand, if she does test positive, violating her bond condition, then I'm definitely either going to increase it to four times a month, or I may put her on an alcohol tether, and I may order some type of treatment while she's on bond. So let's make sure we're not drinking at all. You can't consume any type of alcoholic beverage, or any type of alcohol. No Jello shots, no champagne shots. No, you can't eat the alcohol. You can't drink the alcohol. All right, so I'm going to leave it at twice a month, and no missed tests. No missed tests. You have to make sure you go. All right, but twice a month. So probation will contact you to set that up. Anything further?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Nothing on behalf of Ms. Bryant. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Bryant, you're all set. Have a great day. Stay safe.
You as well.
Thank you. That is ridiculous. Okay. Mr. Flanagan, I mean, can you call them and ask them, is there any way, shape, or form possible for them to give me something today? You're telling me over a month ago he was seen and there's no report?
Yes, sir. I'll call back.
See if there's any way, shape, or form that a whole month and a half has gone past with no report, that they could give me some indication today, his court date. Okay. Mr. Easton, start your camera or I'm gonna pass your case. Ms. Stevenson, who saw Mr. Easton in the breakout room? Because he looks like he's not in the policy. I need you, I want to send him back to breakout room.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, I'm ready on Griffin. Let's see. Oh no, Griffin hasn't come out. I'm ready on. Okay, Harris hasn't come out. I'm ready. All right, this is Marmal. This is case number 234548401. The people of the state of Michigan versus Lupita. Middle name Jajaira, last name Marmal. The defendant is charged with operating with a high BAC, operating while intoxicated. Today is the date set for pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
The record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Ms. Lupita Marmal. Ms. Marmal, ma'am, please unmute and say your full name.
Lupita Marmal.
Your full name.
Lupita Jahaira Marmal.
Thank you. Today is the date set for a final strike that for pretrial conference. How are we proceeding?
And Your Honor, Ms. Marmal continue her plea of not guilty. I would ask that this matter be set for final pretrial conference. Would request discovery.
The court is going to continue a not guilty plea on behalf of Ms. Marmal and set the matter for final pretrial conference. April 23rd at 9:00 a.m. Discovery to be submitted by March 22nd. Bond will continue with no drinking, no driving without a valid license, and urinalysis twice a month. Anything further?
Your Honor, may the people address bond?
You may.
Thank you, Your Honor. So, Your Honor, this incident stems from September of 2022. There was a traffic stop for a vehicle parked in a lane for travel on, I believe it was, I-94 freeway. The alleged BAC in this case was a 0.27, which is 3 times the legal limit. So due to those facts, Your Honor, I'm going to ask the court to actually increase the bond condition for random urinalysis testing from twice a month to at least 4 times a month.
Ms. Stevenson?
Ask that the standard twice monthly bond condition continue, Your Honor. As the people have indicated, we have an incident date of September 28th, 2022, with no subsequent offenses that I'm aware of.
Court is going to order the urinalysis to be increased to 4 times a month for the first, for the next 2 months. And then the court will reconsider the defense's position at the final pretrial conference if there are no violations.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, anything further? So she's going to submit to urinalysis 4 times a month, at least until the final pretrial conference. Anything else on behalf of the people?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Nothing on behalf of Ms. Marmal, thank you.
You're all set, ma'am. Have a great day. Stay safe.
Thank you. Same to you.
Thank you. I'm ready on Pointis, and then Actually, I should have did, okay. Well, let's see if Pointers is ready. I'm ready on Pointers and then, no. Okay. I'm ready on Lathan Bay.
May I ask what I was supposed to be in the break room for? This is Isaiah Eason.
No, you may not. And please don't interrupt the court again. I'm ready on Lathan Bay. This is case number 24-440-0601. The people of the state of Michigan versus Ahmad Lathan Bay. The defendant is charged with 1 count of retail fraud. Today is the date set for pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter.
Ms. Ritter, you're not being heard.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Mr. Ahmad Lathan Bay. Mr. Lathan Bay, sir, please say your full name.
Ahmad Lathan Bay.
Thank you. Today is the day set for pretrial conference. How are we proceeding?
On behalf of Mr. Lathan Bay, Your Honor, we would move for dismissal for the complainant's failure to appear.
Ms. Ritter.
Your Honor, I'm not co-hosting, but I don't see that the court acknowledged Meyer in this case or a representative on behalf of Meyer.
Why weren't you co-hosting all this time? Everybody else is co-hosting.
I don't know, but I do see the waiting room now, and I don't see the representative on behalf of Meyer in the waiting room, and I have not seen a representative check in this morning on behalf of Meyer. So at this time, Your Honor, the people will not be able to proceed based on the representative on behalf of the corporate complaining witnesses failure to appear.
Today is the day set for pretrial conference. The complaining witness was required to appear. They failed to appear, and the people have no explanation for the failure. There are 2 unidentified devices in the waiting room. I'll bring them in. However, Meyer normally does not come in unidentified. So if one of these individuals is Meyer, that will be a little bit of a surprise to the court. But I will bring the devices in. Ms. Stevenson, did your colleague get to talk to Mr. Eason again?
I can find out, Judge.
I don't think so, because he asked me why he was in the breakout room. Can the person on the unidentified iPhone please unmute and state your name? Will the person on the unidentified iPhone, the iPhone device, please unmute and state your name? Will the person on the Samsung please unmute and state your name?
Anthony Pointez.
Mr. Pointez, I brought you in the courtroom and you were laying down asleep. Don't do that again. Ms. Stevenson, change his name, please. The person on the iPhone, please state your name.
Matthew Hamilton, good morning.
Mr. Hamilton, I'm going to send you to a breakout room. Please accept to join the breakout room and wait for a lawyer to come in to speak with you. Please do not leave the breakout room until a lawyer has come in to speak with you. Make sure you are properly dressed for court, seated in an upright position and ready to attend court at all times. Please accept to join breakout room number 2. All right, with respect to Mr. Lathan Bay, the complaining witness has failed to appear. The people have no explanation for the failure. They are unable to proceed. The court is going to grant defense counsel's motion and dismiss the matter without prejudice. Sir, please have a seat in the courtroom and wait for a copy of the order of dismissal. I'm ready on Pointez. This is case number 204511201. the people of the state of Michigan versus Anthony Jason Puentes. The defendant is charged with 1 count of assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set for a pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Janice Stevenson on behalf of Anthony Puentes. Mr. Puentes, sir, please unmute and just say your full name.
Anthony Jason Puentes.
Today is the date set for a pretrial conference. How are we proceeding?
On behalf of Mr. Puentes, we would move for dismissal for the complainant's failure to appear.
Ms. Ritter?
Your Honor, I don't see the complainant witness.
Ms. Ritter, we can't hear you. Mr. Stennis, your vehicle has to be stationary. You cannot attend court in a moving vehicle. I'm going to put you back in the waiting room and your vehicle has to get stationary.
Okay, I apologize for that. Because I'm on.
All right, Ms. Ritter?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm just putting in my headphones. If the person give me 1 minute. Your Honor, is that better?
It is.
Thank you. So, Your Honor, I don't see the complainant witness in the waiting room, but it is scheduled as the first time pretrial conference. I respectfully ask the court to adjourn the pretrial conference and give the complainant witness one more opportunity to appear before the court.
Today is the day set for pretrial conference. The court is going to deny defense counsel's motion for dismissal, grant the people's request for a one-time adjournment, giving them an opportunity to locate and notify the complaining witness of the obligation that they appear before the court. I am setting a pretrial conference for March the 20th at 8:36. The complaining witness is required to appear. Failure of the complaining witness to appear will most likely result in the matter being dismissed unless the people have a valid explanation as to why the complaining witness could not appear or should not be required to appear. Bond will continue with no contact with the complaining witness. Anything further?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Nothing on behalf of Mr. Puentes. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, sir, you're all set. Have a great day. Stay safe.
Kaiser.
Counsel, you have a very bad signal.
You know, I'm trying to get to a better location where the signal comes in. I'm in Dearborn Heights District Court. Is this any better?
A little bit.
Okay, I'm standing right next to a window up on the second floor. I apologize, Your Honor.
No problem. Mr. Stennis, please accept to join the breakout room, and your vehicle is still moving. Ms. Stevenson, did your colleague talk to Mr. Stennis? I mean, Mr. Eason?
Okay, right now.
Apparently he didn't. I'm going to bring Mr. Eason in. Can you please go in and talk to him and have him get properly ready for court?
I think he did speak to Mr. Eason, Your Honor.
I can't imagine that he did if he came out asking me why he should have been in there.
Okay.
Madam Interpreter, maybe, can you ask Mr. Cantario to start his camera?
Señor Cantarero, ¿puede poner su cámara, por favor?
And then can you ask him to join the breakout room?
Luego, va a haber un botón para unirse a una.
Oh, Madam Interpreter, this might not work.
Yes.
Your signal is well, he must have heard part of what you said. Your signal was really bad. You were breaking up a lot. Yeah.
Phone line.
Let me see if I might have to adjourn him because her signal is very bad. We can't hear what she's saying.
Do you want me to see if I can join with another device?
You can, but I'm just letting you know your signal is, I can't hear you.
Okay, I apologize. Use your device, but okay, I'll try to join with another device.
All right, Ms. Stevenson. Okay, never mind. I'm ready on Al-Badri and then Eason.
Your Honor, it's Paul Kaiser on Al-Badri. Is there a chance to speak with Madam Prosecutor, Ms. Ritter?
You can speak with her after I finish these other cases. If you're not ready, you're supposed to speak to her before court.
Is it possible to adjourn this for a few weeks?
When you say adjourn, I don't know what you mean by that, but if this is the final pretrial conference, I can't imagine why you wouldn't have spoken to the prosecutor, but if you're not, I'm gonna set the matter for trial and then you can speak to the prosecutor in between there.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, this is case number 235596901, the people of the state of Michigan versus Sabrine Rahman Al-Badri. The defendant is charged with 1 count of child abuse, 4th degree, 1 count of operating while intoxicated with an occupant under the age of 16, and 1 count of operating while intoxicated or impaired. Today is the date set for final pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
And good morning, Your Honor. Paul Kaiser, P55598 on behalf of Ms. Al-Badri, who also appears via Zoom.
All right, and Ms. Al-Badri, please unmute and state your full name for the court.
Sabrine Rahman Al-Badri.
Thank you. Today is the date set for final pretrial conference. Counsel, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, we'll just ask for a trial date at this point. I need an opportunity to speak to Ms. Ritter in more detail.
Court is going to continue a not guilty plea on behalf of Ms. Al-Badri. Set the matter for jury trial. July the 23rd. At 10:30 a.m. with the final pretrial conference. Of June 4th. Strike that. Let me make that May. I'm going to put that final pretrial conference in May. Let's do May. Oh. Or maybe not. Final pretrial conference, June 3rd,
June 3rd at 9 a.m.
9:10. Bond will continue. Anything further?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Nothing,
Thank you.
thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Ritter, I'll get a hold of you. There's no reason not to be able to work something out here. Thank you.
All right. Have a great day. Stay safe.
Thank you.
You too, Judge. Bye.
Bye.
Your Honor, this is the interpreter speaking. Are you able to hear me now?
I am much better. And I'll send you to breakout room number, well, Ms. Stevenson isn't there yet. All right, when Ms. Stevenson is ready, I'll send you to breakout room number 8 with the defendant.
Thank you.
Let me text her now. All right, let's do Eason, and then I'll send the interpreter into the breakout room and you can get Cantario ready. All right, this is case number 234508302, the people of the state of Michigan versus Isaiah Sean Eason. Defendant is charged with 1 count of assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set for pretrial conference appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Isaiah Eason.
No, sir. No, sir. Ms. Stevenson?
Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Mr. Isaiah Eason. Mr. Eason, now please just say your full name.
Isaiah Eason.
And is your middle name Sean?
Isaiah Sean Eason.
Today is the date set for pretrial conference. How are we proceeding?
On behalf of Mr. Eason.
Couldn't hear you. Completely muffled.
And I'll just a moment, Your Honor.
I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. On behalf of Mr. Eason, we would move for dismissal for the complainant's failure to appear.
Ms. Ritter?
Your Honor, I don't see the complaining witness in the waiting room. However, it is scheduled as a first-time pretrial conference. Respectfully asking the court to adjourn the pretrial conference and give the complaining witness one more opportunity to appear.
Okay. I'm trying not to have to set them so far out, but let's see. Mr. Flanagan, can I fit any more on March 20th? How many do I have? Let's see, I'm supposed to be in jury trial. I think I'm putting too many on there.
Yes, Your Honor, 27 that day.
Yeah. What, all right, I'm gonna just have to set it out a little bit. How many does Judge Sabri have on March 27th? When I say Judge Sabri, I mean me. I think it's 10. Yes, no?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I have the Forensic Center on the line. What was that?
Okay, no, don't worry. Go ahead and talk to the Forensic Center. I want you to check March 27th.
Oh, I apologize. Okay.
That's okay. Talk to the Forensic Center.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna set this pretrial conference. I'm gonna adjourn it to Ugh. Um, I mean, I think March is a bust. I'm sorry. Let's see. And then the first week, April, then April. Okay, I'm gonna adjourn this to April the 16th. At 8:36, the complaining witness is required to appear. Failure of the complaining witness to appear will most likely result in the matter being dismissed unless the people have a valid explanation as to why the complaining witness could not appear or should not be required to appear. Bond will continue with no contact with the complaining witness. Anything further?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, what was the date once more? I apologize.
April 16th.
Nothing further on behalf of Mr. Easton. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. You're all set, sir. Have a great day. Stay safe. All right, Ms. Stevenson, go ahead and get an in with the interpreter. Mr. Byrd, are you ready on, we already did this. Are you ready on the ones with plus signs?
I am, Your Honor.
All right. So let's go with Griffin. And then Harris. I thought Stennis had a plus sign. You should have told him to stay in the car. You should have told him to stay in the car though, because he going in that hospital, he's not gonna have a signal. And the baby not, you should have told him to stay in the car. All right. I need Mr. Griffin to get ready for court and finish eating whatever he's eating. Is that? No, not once it's finalized. Can they just send? Okay, never mind. Never mind. I don't understand. I just don't understand. Okay. I'm ready on Griffin. This is case number 244403202. The people of the state of Michigan versus Javante Markel Griffin. Defendant is charged with retail fraud, and today is the date set for arraignment. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Yes, Your Honor. Brandon Byrd on behalf of Javante Griffin. My client waives his right to the formal reading and will stand mute. Mr. Griffin, can you please unmute yourself and state your full name for the record?
Javante Markel Griffin.
Today is the date set for an arraignment. The court enters a not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Griffin. Set the matter for pretrial conference April 16th, 2024 at 8:25. Well, let me double back. Mr. Flanagan, what's the status of defendant one, please?
Warrant status, Your Honor.
All right, the court sets the matter for April 16th at 8:25. Esteban.
Esteban, Your Honor, my client's here on his own volition. We're just asking, requesting a personal bond in this matter.
Ms. Ritter.
Your Honor, the people have no objection to a personal bond. We are asking for a no contact order for the corporate complaining witness Meyer, including all Meyer stores.
Court sets bond in the amount of $500 personal bond, no contact with the complaining witness, which is Meyer Corporation. That means you cannot go to any Meyer store. Anything further?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Griffin, then you're all set until April 16th, sir, at 8:25. Have a great
It's 8:25 now?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, it's 8:25 now?
Yes, it's at 8:25. That's what
okay. I thought it was 8:30. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's, yeah, 8:25.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, I'm ready on Stennis and then Harris. This is case number 214506601, the people of the state of Michigan versus Joshua Stennis. Defendant is charged with 2 counts of assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set for pretrial conference appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Yes, Your Honor. Brandon Bird on behalf of Joshua Stennis. Mr. Stennis, could you please unmute yourself and state your full name for the record?
My name is Joshua Stennis.
Mr. Stennis, back up from the camera, and I told y'all should have told him to stay in the car. I knew he was not going to be. Y'all should have told him to stay in the car. Now he's in the hospital. He's not going to have a good signal. Mr. Flanagan, can you let Mr. Fiken know that his client just appeared?
Yes, Your Honor. He's in the way.
Oh, sorry about that. I had no connection. But my name is Joshua Stennis.
He's not going to be able to just interrupt me. Mr. Stennis is going to have to go and get a better signal. I don't know why he didn't stay in the car.
I
know where you are, Mr. Stennis, but you're interrupting the court and you don't have a good signal. You should have stayed in the car until your case was complete. I don't know.
I was in the Uber.
Okay, well.
I was in the Uber. I wasn't in my.
Okay, I'm not gonna do that. Okay. I don't know what to tell them. There's a lot of distracted defendants this morning. And if we're not going to be able to come to court appropriately on Zoom, we're going to have to come in person. So I'm going to attempt this. I'm going to attempt to do Mr. Harris's case. But Mr. Harris has 2 and 3 devices. He keeps putting his fingers and stuff up to the camera. I'm not going to be able to do it. So if Mr. Harris is not going to be able to be stationary, seated in an upright position, and not keep putting his fingers and stuff in the camera, he's going to have to come in person. This is case number 234579701, the people of the state of Michigan versus Michael Eric Harris. The defendant is charged with 1 count of driving while license suspended, revoked, denied, 1 count of security fail, and 1 count of unregistered motor vehicle. Today is the date set for pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
And yes, Your Honor, Brandon Byrd on behalf of Michael Harris. Mr. Harris, can you please unmute yourself and state your full name for the record?
Greetings. This is Harris Michael Eric, authorized representative of Michael
I'm not
Eric
gonna do
Harris.
it. I only want Michael Eric Harris. I don't want any authorized representative. The law indicates that there is no authorized representative on behalf of the person. If Michael Harris is not present, then the person who's holding up those papers should not have come to court. So I'm going to go ahead and remove them, or I put them back in the breakout room. You can find out if this is Michael Harris. If it is not Michael Eric Harris, I don't want to speak to him. I am not going to conduct court with anyone other than Michael Eric Harris. So this person can go back to the breakout room and you can find out if this is Michael Harris. If it's not, then they're free to go. This person who is free to go, who is holding up papers saying he's not Michael Harris, is free to go if he's not Michael Harris. I'm ready on Cancerero. Madam Interpreter, state your name for the court.
Vivian Montero, Court Interpreter 18369.
And raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm that you would translate from English into Spanish anything I say, counsel says, or the clerk says, and from Spanish into English, anything Mr. Cancerero says to the best of your ability?
I do.
Thank you. All right, this is case number 234536701, the people of the state of Michigan versus Edwin Cancerero. I think I'm saying that right, but.
Correct. Este es el caso 2304-53-6701, el Ministerio Público versus Edwin Cantarero.
Defendant is charged with one count of weapons, weapons, firearms, and I don't know what else.
El acusado enfrenta el cargo de armas, armas de fuego y no sé qué más.
Today is the day set for final pretrial conference.
Hoy es la fecha para la última preconsulta ante el juicio.
And appearance, please, Ms. Ritter, also state the actual charge.
Y por favor, a favor de individualizarse, licenciada Ritter, si puede leer el cargo original.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Su señoría, para las actas, licenciada Christina Ritter por parte del Ministerio Público.
And Your Honor, the charge is one count of reckless use of firearms.
Y su señoría, es el primer cargo y único cargo de el uso imprudente de armas de fuego.
For the record, Your Honor, Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Mr. Edwin Cancerero.
Su señoría, para que cantes en actas, licenciada Janice Stevens, compareciendo por parte del señor Edwin Cantarero.
Mr. Cancerero, sir, please say your full name.
Señor Cantarero, por favor, diga su nombre completo.
Edwin José Cantarero y Díaz.
Edwin José Cantarero y Díaz.
Thank you. Today is the day set for, where did his name go? Oh, for final pretrial conference. How are we proceeding?
Hoy es la fecha para la última preconsulta ante el juicio. ¿Cómo vamos a proceder?
Mr. Cancerero will continue his plea of not guilty. We ask that this matter be set for jury trial.
El señor Cantarero va a seguir su contestación de no culpable. Pedimos que se fija fecha para juicio por jurado.
The court continues the not guilty plea on behalf of the defendant and sets the matter for jury trial.
El tribunal va a seguir aceptando la contestación de no culpable del acusado y vamos a fijar fecha para el juicio por jurado.
July 23rd,
23 de julio,
2024 at 10:30 a.m.
de 2024 a las 10:30 de la mañana,
with a final pretrial conference of June 3rd,
una última preconsulta ante el juicio 3 de junio,
at 9:10 a.m.
a las 9:10 de la mañana.
Bond will continue with no weapons.
La fianza sigue igual y no puede tener armas.
Anything further?
¿Algo
No, thank you,
más?
Your Honor.
Es cuanto, su señoría.
Nothing on behalf of Mr. Cantarero. Thank you, Your Honor.
Es cuanto, su señoría, por parte del señor Cantarero. Gracias, su señoría.
All right, then we're all set. Have a great day, sir. Stay safe until June 3rd, 2024 at 9:10.
Listo, se puede retirar. Que esté seguro hasta que nos volveremos a ver el 3 de junio a las 9:10 de la mañana. Hasta luego. Thank you, Your
That's
Honor.
it.
Have a good day.
All right, thank you, Madam Interpreter, you as well.
Thank you.
Mr. Stennis, let's go so you can go with the baby.
Okay, sorry.
Okay,
Can I
that's
step
okay.
in the hallway real quick? Excuse me. I'm ready.
Okay, 1 second. Stay right there because you sound good. Right there, you sound good. Stay right there. Mr. Fikens, did you need to speak to your client in a breakout room?
I do not, Your Honor. We're prepared to go forward whenever this court is ready, and we thank you
Okay.
for allowing us.
No problem. Give me 1 second. All right, Mr. Stennis, this is case number 214506601. Defendant is charged with 2 counts of assault or assault and battery, and this is Joshua Stennis. Appearances again, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Janice Stevenson on behalf of Joshua Stennis. Mr. Stennis, say your full name, sir.
Joshua Stennis.
And is your, oh no, you don't have a middle name on here. All right, today is the day set for pretrial conference. How are we proceeding?
Move for dismissal for the complainant's failure to appear in, if that is not granted, we have no objection to an adjourned pretrial conference requiring the complainant's presence, Your Honor.
Why is the interpreter? Okay. Ms. Ritter.
Your Honor, I don't see the complainant witnesses by name in the waiting room. However, it is scheduled as a first-time pretrial conference, and it is from 2021, Your Honor. I respectfully ask the court to adjourn the pretrial conference to give the people an opportunity to try to locate the complainant witness and give them notification to appear for the pretrial conference in front of Your Honor.
All right, the court is going to deny defense counsel's motion for dismissal, grant the people's request for an adjournment, giving them an opportunity to locate and notify the complaining witness of the obligation that they appear before the court. Court is going to set the matter for April 16th at 8:36. The complaining witnesses are required to appear. Failure of the witnesses to appear will most likely result in the matter being dismissed unless the people have a valid explanation as to why the witnesses could not appear or should not be required to appear. Bond will continue with no contact with complaining witnesses. You're all set until April 16th. Congratulations to you in advance, Mr. Stennis, and go ahead now and go to the birth, okay?
Thank you. You said April 16th. What time?
At 8:30. Just put it
8:30.
down for 8:30, but okay.
It's gonna be the same number.
Yes, the
I'm
same.
gonna text you, Mr. Stennis. Go do the baby. I'm texting you right now.
All right,
Okay.
thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. Miss Wallace, start your camera. Take off your hat. Take off your hat. All right. This is case number 1745. Oh, I didn't even ask the question. Okay, I've been moving. 174578401. The people versus Perry Shante. Hold on, ma'am. Perry Shante Wallace. The defendant is charged with 1 count of malicious destruction of property. Today is the date set for an arraignment on a bench warrant, and I didn't find out if it was pre or post conviction. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Mr. Fikens, you're muted. Unmute.
I apologize, Your Honor. Robert Fikens, P31894 on behalf of Ms. Wallace.
All right, and ma'am, state your full name for the court.
Pari Shante Wallace.
Thank you. Mr. Flanagan, is this pre or post conviction?
Pre, Your Honor.
All right, where did the defendant's KPS from?
Looking through the ROA, Your Honor.
All right, well, while he's doing that, Mr. Fikens, how do you wish to proceed?
Judge, at this point, there was a capias. We'd asked the warrant be recalled. She is trying, we'd waive formal reading, ask the court, stand mute and ask the court to enter a not guilty plea. We do know there was a capias, Judge. Ms. Wallace is attempting to put herself together, get her affairs in order because she wants to do the right thing. She has strong family support, Your Honor. We're asking for a personal bond.
Court will recall any capias, set aside the warrant and issue enter a not guilty plea. It appears that Ms. Wallace capias in 2018 from a final pretrial conference. The court is going to set the matter for another final pretrial conference.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, you're welcome. And I'm going to set that for April the 16th, if that's a good day for you, Mr. Fikens.
It is for me, Judge. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'm going to set that at 9:06. And then the people should try to locate the complaining witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. And I want to thank you for this court's patience in allowing us to be present late. That's we know it's unacceptable, Judge, and we apologize. And we thank the court for its patience.
And thank you, Mr. Fikens. I appreciate the apology because your client was a couple of hours late for court. Let me ask this question though, Mr. Flanagan, was a bond posted for this or do I need to set bond?
It was not posted, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Ritter, any response to Mr. Fikens addressing the court regarding bond, the request for the personal bond?
Your Honor, the people have no objections to a personal bond. We're just asking for a no contact order for the complaining witness, Ms. Manning Golden.
Court is going to set bond in the amount of $3,000 personal bond, no contact with the complaining witness.
Yes,
all right. You're welcome. We're all set. Have a great day. Stay safe.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right. Okay, I'm ready to recall case number 234579701, the people versus Michael Eric Harris. The defendant is charged with driving while license suspended, revoked, denied, operating an unregistered motor vehicle, and security fail, which is no insurance. Appearances again, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Yes, Your Honor. Brandon Bird on behalf of Michael Harris. Mr. Harris, can you please unmute yourself and state your full name for the record?
Michael Eric Harris.
Today is the day set for a pretrial conference. How are we proceeding?
We'd like to set this matter for a final pretrial, Your Honor.
Court is going to continue a not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Harris and set the matter for a final pretrial conference. This is basically a traffic case though. So I wasn't ordering discovery. Is there any really discovery? I wasn't ordering discovery. This is like one of those cases that state police wasted a whole bunch of paper instead of writing tickets.
So, Your Honor, it looks like there is some paper discovery. I'll just check the IR to see if there's any body or video discovery. And if so, I'll send that over to Stevenson and or Mr. Bird.
All right, so the court is going to set the final pretrial conference. Let's go ahead and, well, is the April 16th date a good enough time for you to do that, Ms. Ritter?
Yep, Judge, I just sent paper and I just looked, there is video, so I'll send that over today.
All right, then the court is going to set final pretrial conference for April 16th at 9:00 a.m. and she just sent discovery, Mr. Byrd. So if there's any video, or I think she said there is video, so she'll send that as well.
All right,
Okay.
thank you.
All right, you're welcome. All right, have a great day. Stay safe. Madam Interpreter, I said what? She just liked us so much she came back. But are you here for Bamica?
Yes, I am. I'm so silly. I'm sorry. I didn't even realize when I picked up the next sheet, I had to be right back in the courtroom.
Okay, so that's all right. Mr. Bamica did have his own attorney, and I think, let me see something. I don't know if the attorney is going to come for this review. It says somebody named Kent. So what I'll do is, Mr. Flanagan, see if there's a phone number for that attorney, Kent, if that's even correct. And then, if it is, ask them if they're still representing Mr. Bamica. Otherwise, I'll send them in the room with Ms. Stevenson or Mr. Byrd. So I'm going to put you back in the waiting room for a moment, Ms. Montero.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. I'm ready on Anderson. I can't imagine why it's that many people in the waiting room because, okay. Don't worry. Does anyone know Harrison?
I do, Judge. That is one of my complaining witnesses who is late for Simmons under 8:30. And I can change the name now, Judge, if you like.
Yeah, please, because I'm going to forget. Miss Anderson, we're waiting on you to start your camera, ma'am.
Oh, sorry.
All right, this is case number 194523301, the people of the state of Michigan versus Letitia, and it could be Shantae or Shantez. It's cut off on the docket. And then Anderson, defendant is charged with 1 count of assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set for pretrial conference appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
And yes, Your Honor, Brandon Byrd on behalf of Leticia Anderson. Ms. Anderson, please state your full name for the record.
Leticia Shantae Anderson.
Thank you, ma'am. Today is the date set for pretrial conference. How are we proceeding?
Respectfully, we request dismissal of the complaining witnesses in here, Your Honor.
Ms. Ritter?
Your Honor, it's at least the second scheduling of the pretrial conference, and the court did require the complaining witness, Ms. Latidra Fisher, to be present. I don't see Ms. Fisher in the waiting room by that name. There is an unidentified device, and in the event that is not Ms. Fisher, the people don't have an explanation as to why she is not present, as she was required to appear by the court. So at this time, Your Honor, the people will not be able to proceed based on the complaining witness's failure to appear for at least the second scheduling of the pretrial conference.
Today is the day set for pretrial conference. The complaining witness was required to appear. I have let the unidentified device in, however, they're not connected. Let's see if they connect, and if not, I'll give it about 30 seconds, I guess. They don't seem to be responding to the note. All right, they're not even attempting to connect. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that device. Today is the date set for pretrial conference. The complaining witness was required to appear. They have failed to appear. People have no explanation for the failure. They are unable to proceed. Court is going to grant defense counsel's motion. The matter is dismissed without prejudice. Ma'am, we will mail you a copy of the order of dismissal for your records. Have a great day. Stay safe.
Thank you. You too.
You're welcome. Thank you. Okay. Any word from the Forensic Center, because Mr. Goings is here as I knew he would be.
No, Your Honor, I'm gonna call up the trial services, see if they sent in a fax. They're supposed to fax over the progress report and email me the actual report. I haven't received neither yet, so.
Okay, so yeah, check, because he is here. All right, Mr. Byrd, I'm gonna let Mr. Bamica in. There's no answer from the person who represented him, you know, during the main process. And I believe I did send a report anyway to Ms. Stevenson. Let's see. Uh-oh. We messed up on Mr. Harris. Can you call, do you all have a phone number for Mr. Harris?
I do.
So let me ask you this. 23. Oh, no, he had a different, okay, no, we didn't mess up. Don't worry. He has another case though. 228. What's today's date?
27th.
I think he's on the docket tomorrow. Let me see. Oh, no, he's not. Oh, that's funny. It's somebody on the docket tomorrow with almost the exact same name. Okay, that's a different person. That was interesting. That was funny. Okay. Let me see with Mr. Okay. I think this is absolutely ridiculous stuff. Let me see if I have anything on that, Mr. Byrd.
I have it, Your Honor.
On Bamica?
I do have it on Bamica.
Okay, then I'm gonna bring Bamica and the interpreter in. Oh, Ms. Ritter, I'll bring in your person. Do you have anything on Buckner, Mr. Byrd?
Let me check for you, Your Honor.
Okay.
I don't, Your Honor.
Okay, let me check for that. I think I sent it to Ms. Stevenson. I did, but what's your email? I could send it right to you. Let me see if I have yours. Nope. What's your email?
BByrd@byrdlegal.net.
Byrd. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. I just sent you for Buckner.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So I'll bring Buckner in too. All right, Miss Montero, can you ask Mr. Bamica to start his camera?
Señor Bamica.
Uh-oh. Do it again. Oh,
Sí,
there
¿lo
he
puede
is.
hacer otra vez?
Okay. All right, I'm going to send Mr. Bamica to breakout. Can you ask him to where's his name? Accept to join the breakout room.
Señor, va a aparecer un botón en el video. Puede presionarlo para pasar a una sala para grupos pequeños.
All right. And then Mr. Bird, you can go ahead and go in there. I'm going to send well, once he starts his camera. All right, Ms. Harrison, please accept to join the breakout room. And then Mr. Buckner, please accept to join the breakout room. Man, I don't know what's, I guess I could bring Miss. Yes, you can go, Miss Stevenson. I mean, Miss Ritter. Oh, did you hear me call you Miss Stevenson?
Okay.
Matthew.
I mean, Mr. Flanagan, can you try again to bother them? The defendant is present. We're ready to know what the report says.
Yes, no problem.
All right, thank you so much. Ms. Stevenson, I'm just trying to get the update on Mr. Gomes. Apparently he went all the way back in January for his appointment. So they're they said the report is almost ready, I guess. I don't know. They're going to send us
Okay.
They're trying to send us some note. I don't know why it wasn't. As a matter of fact, I think they said he went January 24th.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So we'll hopefully I'm trying to get them to fax me whatever they have that says the conclusion. I don't need to know the rest of the stuff in between.
I think we know that. We know enough of that already.
Right. We know the stuff in between. I just need to know what it stands now. So, all right. Miss Ritter went in to talk to a witness that was late. So I'll be right back.
Okay. And then I'll check on Buckner.
Okay. I sent the report to Mr. Oh, but I think I sent it to you too. Earlier. Did you get Buckner?
Let's see what I have. Harris. Yes, I do have Buckner.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, I was trying to get this device to connect, but it's still not connecting. So maybe we'll try again later. Let me allow the video. All right. Everyone can start their video. Let's go ahead and do Mr. Bamica. I'm trying to. I thought I printed it. Give me 1 second.
Dice, denme un momento, por favor.
Está bien.
That's fine.
Okay. All right, Madam Interpreter, your name, please.
Vivian Montero, Court Interpreter 18369.
And you're still under oath with respect to interpreting, okay?
Certainly.
This is case number 224570401, the People versus Julio Victor Bamica.
Ese es el caso 22-457-0401, el Ministerio Público versus Julio Victor Bamica.
Sí, correcto. Es
That's
Sánchez
correct.
Bamica, mi apellido.
No, hold on, tell Mr. Bamica, no.
Your Honor, this is the interpreter speaking. He just said his last name is Sanchez Bamica.
Yeah, tell Mr. Bamica, please don't speak until he's asked to speak.
Señor Sánchez Bamica, por favor, no diga nada hasta que le pide hablar.
Defendant is charged with 1 count of operating while visibly impaired, and today is the date set for review.
El acusado afrenta un cargo de conducir con las facultades visiblemente disminuidas y estamos aquí para una audiencia de revisión.
Mr. Byrd, your appearance, please.
Licenciado Byrd, su comparecencia, por favor.
Yes, Your Honor. Brandon Byrd on behalf of Julio Sanchez Bamica. Mr. Sanchez Bamica, could you please unmute yourself and state your full name for the record?
Licenciado Byrd, representando el señor Julio Sánchez Bamica. Señor Sánchez Bamica, puede poner el micrófono y digo su nombre para que conste en actas.
Ok, mi nombre es Julio Víctor Sánchez Bamica.
Okay, my name is Julio Victor Sanchez Bamica.
All right, today is the date.
Hoy día es la fecha.
Set for review.
Estamos aquí para una audiencia de revisión.
And according to probation officer McCall,
y según el agente de libertad condicional McCall,
Mr. Bamica has completed all of the terms and conditions of his probation that
que el
he
señor
is
Sánchez Bamica ha completado todos los términos y condiciones de libertad condicional.
He is scheduled to conclude in August of 2024.
Dice que está preparado a concluir en agosto del 2024.
He was placed on probation in August 2023, and therefore I believe this may be the halfway point.
Le colocaron en el plazo de libertad condicional en agosto de 2023. Creo que estamos a mitad del término.
Mr. Byrd,
Licenciado Byrd,
Your Honor, my client has done amazing on this probation. And respectfully, we ask can he be discharged today?
Su señoría, mi cliente ha hecho un trabajo asombrante o asombroso y le pedimos respetuosamente que le dan de alta hoy día.
I do understand there is a remaining condition of complete outpatient.
Yo sé que queda, la única condición que queda es que complete el tratamiento ambulatorio.
But he only has 1 day to attend that, and that's his discharge day, which is this Sunday.
Solo le queda un día y es el día que le van a dar de alta este domingo.
Since he finished the 12-step meetings, testing 3 times per month, everything else, Your Honor, we're asking for discharge.
Él asistía las clases de los 12 pasos, él se sometía a las pruebas 3 veces al mes. Como ha completado todo exitosamente, le pedimos que le dan de alta.
I agree, Mr. Byrd. He's done a great job.
De acuerdo, licenciado Byrd, que ha hecho un excelente trabajo.
He had a slight hiccup.
Tenía un problemita,
but he came back strong.
pero volvió y se recuperó.
This being the halfway point and Mr. Bamica being eligible for early discharge, I am going to go ahead and discharge him from probation.
Estamos estando a mediados o la mitad del plazo de libertad condicional. Le voy a entonces dar de alta al señor Sánchez Bamica.
And by his expressions, I don't think he has a problem with that.
Y por la expresión en la cara que está demostrando, no creo que eso no es ningún problema para él.
Great job, Mr. Bamica. Great job.
Excelente trabajo, señor Sánchez Bamica. Excelente trabajo.
All right, the court is going to discharge Mr. Bamica from probation with improvement and close the matter out.
El tribunal le va a dar de alta al señor Sánchez Bamica de su plazo de libertad condicional y voy a dar por finalizado la libertad condicional.
Congratulations and good luck to you, sir.
Felicidades y buena suerte a usted, señor.
Good luck, sir.
Buena suerte, señor.
I think he said something, but he was muted.
Creo que usted dijo algo, pero no tenía el micrófono prendido.
Pues gracias nada más por dejarme libre y muchísimas gracias ahí a la jueza y a usted, a su presencia, por ayudarme a interpretar.
Thank you for discharging me. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you to the interpreter for helping interpret. Thank you to the attorney.
You're welcome. Have a great day. Stay safe.
De nada, que tenga buen día, que esté bien.
All right. Thank you, Madam Interpreter.
You're welcome. And I will be back this time.
Okay, right. Okay. All right, Ms. Ritter, we're ready on Hamilton. And I guess we'll bring in Ms. Harrison. Well, I'll do Hamilton, Buckner, then I'll bring in Ms. Harrison. Hopefully by that time we have something from the Forensic Center. They said they're working on it on the day of his court hearing. Okay. Turn on your camera, please, sir.
Oh.
All right, this is case number 204555101. The people of the state of Michigan, please stay muted until you are asked to unmute. People of the state of Michigan versus Matthew Hamilton. The defendant is charged with 1 count of assault aggravated, and today is the date set for a final pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Mr. Matthew Hamilton. Mr. Hamilton, sir, please say your full name.
Matthew James Hamilton.
Thank you, sir. Today is the date set for a final pretrial conference. Ms. Stevenson, how are we proceeding?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Hamilton will continue his plea of not guilty. We would ask that this matter be set for jury trial.
The court is going to continue a not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Hamilton. Set the matter for jury trial. Question to the people: when is the last time the witness appeared?
My notes indicate that the witness appeared on. I'm sorry, Judge, my notes. Slow. It was in April 2023. I know that, Judge. I just want to give a specific date.
Okay. I'm going to set the trial for September the 17th. At 10:30 a.m. with a final pretrial conference of August the 9th. Well, hold on. Final pretrial conference of August the 20th. At 9:10. The people should confirm that the witness is available for the September the 17th jury trial date. Anything further?
Your Honor, it looks like the complainant witness appeared April 25th of 2023.
Okay. Just make sure they're available for the September 17th jury trial. Anything further?
Nothing from the people, Judge. Thank you.
Nothing on behalf of Mr. Hamilton. Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Hamilton, you're all set until September the 7th. Sorry, strike that. You're all set until August the 20th at 9:10 on Zoom. Have a great day. Stay safe.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm ready on Buckner. This is case number 235714401. The people of the state of Michigan versus Jeffrey Lindell Buckner. The defendant is charged with 1 count of attempt police officer assaulting, resisting, and obstructing. And today is the date set for a review. Ms. Stevenson?
Janice Stevenson on behalf of Mr. Jeffrey Buckner. Mr. Buckner, sir, please unmute and say your full name.
Jeffrey Liddell Buckner.
Thank you. Today is the date set for a review, and according to the probation department, Mr. Buckner was placed on a 6-month non-reporting probation. I'm assuming maybe they mean that it was supposed to end on January 26th. I'm not sure. So, nonetheless, he has paid his fines, costs, and fees, and he still has a warrant in Harper Woods with a bond of $725. Ms. Stevenson, before I get to you, when did Mr. or either one of you, you or Mr. Flanagan, when did I put him on probation?
That would have been July 1st, 2023.
Okay, yes. So he was supposed to, I guess, be off in January. All right, Ms. Stevenson.
So we asked in January, Your Honor, to continue the matter to today to give Mr. Buckner an opportunity to clear up that warrant. His income has still been sporadic. They send him home early if there's not enough work to do, which means that he just has not had the money to take care of that warrant. Your Honor, I would still ask the court to consider closing the matter today. Even though Mr. Buckner was not under probation supervision, he still complied with all the other terms and conditions, which weren't many, but he did take care of everything prior to January 26th. He's come back to court last month and come back again today, Your Honor, but he just has not been able to get the money together to take care of that warrant. Mr. Buckner is not interested in going to jail. He knows that that awaits if he doesn't take care of that matter in Harperwood. So it's important to him and he's going to do it. He just the money to do it. I'd ask that not hold him on this court's probation and that the court close this probation today, Your Honor. Yeah, this is still Mr. Buckner, please, sir.
I'm sorry, my phone was dying.
Okay. If I, okay. Well, I guess so. I guess so. Mr. Buckner, I guess I'll go ahead and close you out.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, technically it should be without improvement, Ms. Stevenson, because he has the open warrant. Part of his conditions that he had to clear up the warrants. But I'll go ahead and close him out. And he needs to clear up his warrant in Harper Woods. All right, anything further?
No, we appreciate that very much, Your Honor. Mr. Buckner is not, he's just tired of around with the whole thing. So as soon as he gets the money together, he's going to take care of it, not trying to go back to jail. And we appreciate the matter being closed today, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Buckner, you're all set, sir. Have a great day. Stay safe.
Thank you, you too.
You're welcome. Ms. Stevenson, did you get the email? Mr. Flanagan, did you send that email to Ms. Stevenson also?
Yes, Your Honor, and Ms. Ritter.
Okay. So I'm going to send Mr. Goins to a breakout room. Mr. Goins, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, take off your hoodie, Mr. Goins. I'm going to send you to a breakout room. Ms. Stevenson is going to be in, talk to you in a minute. Or Mr. Bird, I'm sorry. Ms. Stevenson or Mr. Bird. All right.
Thought we both go and we could find out who Junior is.
Can Ms. Harrison start her video, please?
Hello?
Why did Miss Stevenson leave and she saw me bring in Miss Harrison? But did she come back? Look like you need to go back in with Miss Harrison though.
Ms. Harrison, as we discussed in the breakout room, just remain stationary, sitting down. Thank you.
Miss Stevenson, you didn't feel like this had anything to do with you? Okay. This is with respect to Simmons, and then Miss Ritter, which one? Oh, you said complaining witness number 2. All right. So Miss Stevenson, while your client has not appeared, do you acknowledge the appearance of complaining witness number 2, as if though she was very late? Let the court be clear. She was very late. I believe she was over 2 hours late, but your client is not even here. So we're going to acknowledge the presence of complaining witness number 2 on Simmons. I'm going to be giving Miss Simmons a new date because it's the first scheduling. Miss Harrison, please know this about me. I start on time. I hear cases on time. I start court on time. Now, it takes us all morning to get through many cases, but there's a good chance that if this had been the second scheduling and you came 2 hours late, the case would have been dismissed already. So if your appearance is required, you have to come on time. I'm going to adjourn the case, though, to April 16th. I think, is that date I was given? Because I didn't have any. Yes, I'm going to adjourn the case to April 16th. You're not required to appear April 16th. And if the defendant does appear, then we'll be given another date. But if the defendant does not appear, then I'll be issuing a warrant for her arrest. Okay. So you can check with the prosecutor's office to see if she appears on April 16th. Okay. Anything further with respect to the Simmons matter?
Not from the people, Judge. Thank you.
Nothing on behalf of Simmons. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, and that's complainant number 2, not complainant number 1. All right, you're all set. Have a great day. Oh, did you have a question? Were you saying something? Unmute yourself. Unmute, because we can't hear you.
I wanted to say my apologies. I had just got off work at 6. I told myself to stay up and my body shut down. So I worked at 16 as well. So it wasn't nothing intentional. I got up as soon as I noticed that I overslept.
Okay, I appreciate your apology. My body was shut down too.
Yeah, absolutely. I was trying to stay up all the way to the hearing. I'm like, oh man, I didn't mean to go to sleep. Also, I'm trying to help my sister join the call, the hearing, and she's saying that she's showing up as another person.
Oh, is this your sister that's showing up as Junior Russell?
Yes, ma'am. That's her. She's my sister. She's also with me with the case.
Okay. Well, then let's make sure let's see.
Because she's supposed to be under Melisha Ross, but I don't know how her name is identified.
Don't even worry. Mr. Goins gonna do what he want to do. I'm gonna tell you that right now, Mr. Bird. So we can tell him. Listen. I'll just let that go. All right. Let's see if the person identified as Junior Russell, start your camera for me. Okay, she's sitting in the dark. We can't see her. But you got on a scarf and stuff. Okay. Is this your Miss Ritter? I'll send her to breakout and then we can see if that's the other witness. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So ma'am, go ahead and accept to join the breakout room. And then Ms. Harrison, you're all set though. You're all set, and then she'll deal with, is this your sister that you was telling me about?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Melissa Ross.
Ms. Ritter is gonna go in and talk with her. So you're all set. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you again. My apologies again.
No problem. Have a great day. Stay safe.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. Okay, this is case number 214436201. The People versus Sinkay Goins. Defendant is charged with assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set for competency hearing. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
And Stevenson appearing on behalf of Sinkay Goins. Mr. Goins, sir, please unmute and say your first and middle and last names.
Sinkay Goins.
All right, today is the day set for competency hearing. We do not have the official report. However, each person should have received an email from the doctor. I forced them to at least tell me what their conclusion was, or I shouldn't say I forced them, because they could have still said no. We strenuously asked them 50 times. I kept telling Mr. Flanagan to call back, call back, call back. So we did get the doctor's conclusion. Did you all see the doctor's conclusion?
Yes, I have, Your Honor.
Ms. Ritter?
The people have received the email.
Okay, so again, this is not the official report, but according to the email, the doctor has said that at the time of the interview in January, Mr. Goins was competent to stand trial. Do you all agree with that? That's what the email said?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, on behalf of Mr. Goins, I do, Your Honor.
And is there any objection to that, even though, again, it's not the official report?
Not from the people, Judge.
None on behalf of Mr. Goins, Your Honor.
All right. So the court will receive the unofficial report that Mr. Goins is competent to stand trial. Having done that, I'm going to set the matter for pretrial. And if I am not mistaken, the complaining witness in this case is the cousin or something, is the and it is a minor. Am I correct in that with respect to that?
That's correct, Judge.
Okay. So what I would like to do is set the matter for pretrial. How old is the cousin now? How old?
The complaining witness would be 13, maybe 14.
Okay. I mean, I'm really interested. So I believe, well, let me say this. If my memory again serves me correctly.
Your Honor, could Ms. Ritter in the court and I have a breakout, please?
Sure.
Mr. Birdie will come to.
All right, Mr. Goins, I'll put you in the waiting room just momentarily, shortly, for a short time.
Okay.
All right, everybody could join me in number 1. Okay. All right, we're back on the record with Mr. Goins, and we've had some discussion off the record, so this is what we're gonna do. Of course, the court continues the not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Goins. And then we're gonna set the matter for a final pretrial conference. Ms. Ritter is gonna talk to the complaining witnesses' parents. And so if at all possible, if they could appear that day, Ms. Ritter, I'm going to set the final pretrial conference for April the 26th. And if at all possible, if they could appear that day, the complainant doesn't have to appear, the child, they don't have to appear. But if the parents can appear, so that we could, you can find out Ms. Stevenson's question, you can ask them the question. And then if not, if there's no alternative dispute resolution, I'm gonna go ahead and give Mr. Goins a trial date because he's been waiting a long time.
Understood, Your Honor.
All right, so let's set final pretrial conference April 26th at 9 o'clock.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
All right, you're welcome. All right, Mr. Goins, I'll see you April 26th.
Okay.
All right, have a great day. Stay safe.
You as well.
Thank you.
Oh, Judge, can I go in that breakout room with that complaining witness that came late?
Yes, I forgot all about it. Yes, go. I was getting ready to leave. Go.